it's Merce. Welcome back to Harpies in the Trees, where I review horror books with a supernatural focus. It seems just like yesterday that I did an unboxing for Abominable, but we have another one today, which is very, very exciting. This is the December box. My November box got lost, so I get to have 2 packages in 1 month. It feels pretty indulgent, but it is Christmas. It is the holidays, so why not? And you know, the holidays are pretty bare this year. We are going into another lockdown, so that's fun. There have been no Christmas Weihnacht mugs, which are just like Christmas stalls where you can buy gifts and goodies for your friends and family. We don't have the Glühwein vendors, which is just like a hot mulled wine, which is very popular, and it's actually not bad. I tried it, it's pretty good. But those aren't here either, so anything that can cause people to congregate or, you know, just be in concentrated areas, it's just they're not doing anything to provoke that. It's pretty bleak. Christmas is very sparse, and it's already pretty sparse in Eastern Germany, at least compared to like New York. Before we get into the unboxing, let's just do a few message shoutouts, because the last video I asked if anyone had any questions, I would answer them here, and I do have a few questions to answer, so let's do it. And also today, I just reached 2,410 subscribers, and that's just so crazy. I was thinking about doing something special, but I'm doing 2 kind of special videos this month, so I think I want to do something like really fun. So maybe for 3,000, because that'll give me some time to plan. That'll be fun. So this question was actually from the last Abominable unboxing that I did, and it was for November. And John Saxon says, what made you excited about reading horror books? And what made you join BookTube? So that's a pretty big question, but I'll just keep it pretty short. Horror books to me were really special because I had a difficult childhood, and reading horror just made me feel safe. With horror books, especially specifically the supernatural stuff, it was like I could just escape into that world that was still dark, so that I could relate to it with my very limited life experience, but like find these ways of surviving. And I think because I just saw so many small parts of myself in these stories, that meant something to me. I remember reading books as a kid, like Sweet Valley High or something, and I couldn't relate, and like I wanted to, but that just, like, that wasn't me. Stephen King was me. John Saul was me. Dean Koontz was me. As I got older, it just became a place of comfort and safety, and here we are. So I joined BookTube because I was really inspired by these other booktubers that I had been watching at the time. They weren't horror booktubers, they were just these very passionate people who talked about books in a way that was, I don't know, to me it just seemed so inspiring and so passionate, and that they were able to make these connections or analyze or see things that maybe other people kind of glanced over, and like really go in depth with the stories. And so that really impressed me. And so I wanted to do that too, but with horror. I wasn't really sure if I would be good enough at reviewing books. I still don't think that I am. But I think that I'm getting, you know, better at it as time goes by. So I can't find a comment on my phone, so I'll have to look it up and I'll put it. So someone asked how, you know, me and my boyfriend deal with the fact that he doesn't like horror, and, you know, how do we work that out? And he actually really likes hearing about like the books that I'm reading. And he's really, really supportive with it all. And I think that's like the difference. Is like, he's very supportive of the, you know, what I'm interested in and what I'm doing, even though for him, it's not really a thing of interest for him at all, but he respects that I have passion for it. So I think that's like the thing that kind of makes it workable, because there's nothing more shitty than being with someone who will just like kind of like low-key make fun of you for what you like, or you know, just really not want to talk to you about it, not spend time with you on it or something, and just sort of alienate you because you like that thing. That would suck. Like, we have watched some movies together that he actually likes, like Midsommar, The Lighthouse, and you know, those aren't like real traditional horror movies. So he likes these more arty horror films. He just does not like jump scares. I will say though that sometimes when we are out and about and there's like something I see that I like that's maybe gothy or it's, you know, it's spooky or something, and he's never into that stuff. It's just like asking someone if they like chocolate when you know they don't like chocolate. You know what the answer is gonna be. So if you have a question you want to ask me, you want me to answer it on the video, just throw them into the comment section and I'll answer them here. Now, let's get into the unboxing because I'm very, very excited. I've had this box now for a couple days and I just can't wait anymore. So in the last video, I showed off their new packaging design that they have for their boxes now, which is just so cool. And on the front, they have the various different ghoulish hands. So this is what it looks like on the inside. We can see that there is a little bit of Christmas vibe going on in here. Let's start with a treat. Border beautifully crafted biscuits. Strawberry drizzle melts. Light and summery. These are really cute. I do have a wheat allergy, so I don't eat wheat, so I'm not gonna try these. I bet you they're really buttery too. Not fair. Now let's do the beverages. As the beverages always come in this very cute striped packaging with the teeth sticker. And these are usually our standard fare. We have chamomile and green tea. We have hot cocoa. And we have 2 instant coffees from Bevvies. They're just perfect for really lazy mornings. So we always get a package like this. It's wrapped in paper and tied with twine, but this is the used book. So we're gonna wait on this because it's my favorite thing. I see a pen. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is rad. Oh, this is so cool. It's totally my thing, as you'll see. It is so cool. I love this. I love their pens, which I always say pens. I don't know why, but let's just forget about it. So here we have a spoiler card, but we're just gonna wait on that. And I see the new release here. And it says, Bone Harvest. You shall reap what you sow. James Brogden. So James Brogden wrote The Plague Stones, I believe, which was very, very good. I had a lot of fun reading that. Struggling with the effects of early onset dementia, Denny Keeling now leads a quiet life. Her husband is dead, her children are grown, and her best friend Sarah was convicted of murdering her abusive husband. After Sarah's tragic death in prison, Denny has found solace in her allotment, and all she wants is to be left to tend to it in peace. Life remains quiet for 12 years, until 3 strangers take on a nearby plot, and Denny starts to notice unnatural things. Shadowy figures prowl at night, plants flower well before their time, and then Sarah appears, bringing in the dire warnings and vanishing after daubing symbols on the walls in Denny's own blood. Denny soon realizes that she is face to face with an ancient evil, but with her dementia steadily growing worse, who is going to believe her? Oh, there's a card. Okay, well, we'll save the card for last. So if you're not familiar with Abominable Book Club, they are from the UK. They are a small company who creates these very cool horror boxes. You get a new release, you get an old release, a magazine, novella, or ebook. Usually we get 2 bookmarks and treats as well, drinks and treats, and also pins. You can also get a box that's cheaper where it's just the books and like none of the frivolities. The box that I get is the Full Guts box. So this month we got a magazine, Black Static. This is one of the 3 magazines that we normally get. It's either Black Static, The Gasling, or Hellebore. All really cool magazines. This looks so cool. It has a noir feel. I love that like dark noir stuff. I love it. Black Static magazine usually has short stories, film reviews, book reviews, editorial pieces. And it does also have artwork for the short stories that they have. And here's the back side. This is issue number 77. Okay, let's see. Is that it? Yes. Let's open up the used book. So like I said, it comes with 2 bookmarks. And we have one bookmark here that says Merry Christmas. And it's really cool. It has a skull of a horse maybe, with an eyeball and all of these beautiful flowers on top of it. And on the back it says, the Mari Lwyd is a particular custom local to South Wales, traditionally performed at Christmas time. Consisting of a horrifying horse skull mounted on a pole and adorned with robes, ribbons, and flowers, the Mari Lwyd was accompanied around town by a team of merry dancers. If this entity happened upon your doorstep, the Mari Lwyd and its team would request entry by way of song. If you'd rather not have the haunting visage of a long-since decapitated horse in your home, you were expected to decline, also by way of song, until the Mari Lwyd grew bored and moved on to the next unfortunate donor. But what if I gave up first, I hear you ask? Well, if that happens, then there is no way to stop the Mari Lwyd from entering your home, eating all your food and drinking all your liquor. Happy holidays from all of us at the Accursed Library. Well, that is just charming. I want the Mari Lwyd to come to my house. Oh, and then we have a promotional bookmark, Darkened Wings Flutter. The end is nigh when darkened wings flutter. Lou Yardley. I have another ebook of Lou Yardley's actually that I need to read. I am so bad with ebooks. Like, me and my boyfriend share an iPad, and he uses it a lot for his own stuff. So I don't know. Like, if I don't see it, if it's not in my face, I just kind of forget about it, and I feel horrible about it. And on the back, we have a QR code and a code for download. I love these like hellish artworks, you know? So let's open up my favorite part. Ooh, I hope it's something supernatural. I hope that it's from like the 80s, maybe the 70s. Richard Lehman. Okay. This looks a little vintagey. Check it out. I know the name, but I have not read any of his books. Sometimes I look to see if there's little artifacts, you know, left over in books. Sometimes I find little train tickets and stuff like that. Okay, so this was printed in 1990, originally printed in 1987. Cool. No one in town has ever seen anything like it before. A slimy, mobile tube of glistening yellow flesh with dull, staring eyes and an obscene, probing mouth. But the real horror is not what it looks like, or even what it does to you when it invades your flesh, but what it makes you do to others. Ooh. This is a pretty funny review here from the Times. It says, this author knows how to sock it to the reader. Awesome. Well, it sounds cool. I don't know if it's supernatural, but it sounds super something. Let's open up our card. And this is the cover. It has a very ghoulish looking Santa on it. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you are awake. Be good for goodness sake, from Owen, Gavin, and Brother Imanas. And there's, of course, some blood splatter in there, which is lovely. And on the very back is their sigil, which is so cool. And oh, cool. So inside of the card was a book plate for James Brogden. Do you guys stick these things on your books when you get them? I'm always like worried about it. I don't really know why. This is so sweet. I love this. Okay, so let's go over the spoiler card and just see if we missed any details. It says Full Guts, December 2020, Bone Harvest by James Brogdon was signed bookplate. This clever folk horror will make you think twice before eating strawberries. Nothing can stop me from eating strawberries. Black Static issue number 77. New horror fiction from the likes of Steve Razmictem, Phillips. Steve Razmictem. In the last box, I got a anthology of best new horror, and Steve Razmictem was in there. Phillips Fracassi, Francois Harvey, and Eric Schala, plus book reviews and regular features from the Black Static team. Okay, now I understand why they put strawberry cookies in this box, because it sounds like there may be some deathly strawberries in here, so very clever. So we have our new release, our old release, a magazine, an ebook, and I really appreciated this, just learning about this custom in Southern Wales. This is just so... I never heard of this before in my life. That's so awesome. And of course, the pen is just the shit. Like, fucking love it. So that was the December unboxing. I really enjoyed everything that's in here as usual. And the Christmas card is just like super sweet. I didn't expect that I would miss Christmas cards. Let me know in the comments if you have as much of a hard time keeping track of your ebooks as I do, because it's a problem. I don't want to be the only one. Thank you so much for spending your free time with me. I really appreciate it. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much to the Blood Crones for supporting this channel, for supporting me. It just means the world to me. Thank you. You can follow me at Harpies in the Trees on Instagram. You can also follow me on TikTok at sadfangs_x. Please take care of yourselves, wear a mask, and I will talk to you next time.